Okay. The Jim Talley Miracle. To marry or not to marry? That is the question. I loved to dance. There was hardly ever a chance for me to miss the weekend single dances. I remember when I started to attend, freshly divorced, alone, scared. Stephen said in admiration, "That takes raw courage." It did. But I'm glad that I overcame my fears and now was able to enjoy dancing. First, I entered the hall, sat down, and then was waiting for someone to ask me to dance. Now I have a steady partner, Jim Talley. He lives in Sugar House and picks me up. I like him as a dance partner, but Jim has more serious intentions. He wants to marry me. I don't. And now I have a problem. I think what inspires Jim to want to have a wife again is a scripture in 1 Corinthians. He was talking about, and it was always on his mind. Nevertheless, neither is the man without the woman, neither the woman without the man in the Lord. His wife had passed away. Here was a chance to be married again. I was not in love with him, and I did not see in him that he, and I didn't,
Just go.
and I did not see that in him either. What to do? I did not want to lose him as a friend and dance partner. What if this is heaven's way to give me a chance to have somebody to take care of me? I was wondering. At that time, I was young women president in the Highland Park ward and Brent Page the young men president. We periodically took the young men and young women to the temple to do vicarious baptisms for those who did not have a chance to be baptized during their lifetime. This was one of those activities. I participated along with my girls to be baptized and then confirmed. When I was filled with a feeling I never ever experienced before in my life, an adrenaline rush, I had no idea what it was that hit me with some surprising force and filled my whole being. I prayed, "Dear Father in heaven, if you want me to understand what happened in the temple when I was confirmed, you have to tell me." The following Sunday, I sat in the Highland Park Ward Chapel in the middle section, a few rows back at the outer seat of the pew, when Brent Page crouched next to me and asked, "Did you have a special experience in the temple when we took the young men and young women?" Surprised, I said, "Yes. How did you know?" The ordinance worker who confirmed me asked Brent, what kind of a sister was that? When he found out that Brent knew me, he told him that the sister I was confirmed for was present for that ordinance. Now I knew the answer to my question. This is miracle number 1. On Monday, my work week started again, and I was collecting money from the students, possibly for the graduation banquet or a dance, I can't remember. One student gave me a large bill and I needed change. Between my desk and the window was my filing cabinet with the metal box that used to keep the seminary money. I turned from the door to my bank, looked out at the window, and at that moment I was experiencing exactly the same feeling that I felt in the temple. But something was added. The words, "Tell Jim you want to marry him." I had not wanted to accept his proposal. I was not in love with him, and yet in that moment my former feelings had totally vanished, and it seemed the most natural thing to want to marry him. How extraordinary! My feelings had made a 180-degree turn, and I did not even question this abrupt reversal. This is miracle number 3. I waited till the weekend. Jim came to pick me up for the dance. We were ready to leave. Jim stood close to the open door, leaning against the frame, when I told him that I am going to marry him. He reacted as if he heard some unwanted news. It shocked him. He got cold feet. He was not really ready to marry me. It was without thinking, and now he had a problem. He was never quite the same person after that evening. That was miracle number 4. I did not have a problem anymore. Heaven prepared 3 miracles for me to make the last miracle possible. I'm absolutely overwhelmed, realizing that the God of the universe, who has numberless children, had created worlds without end, and yet he was concerned about details in my life and lovingly took care of them. I, in the future, need to read it first before